Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm Zach Husted, Leaders Lead, episode 4. Yep, number 4. You heard it. There you go. Number 4, baby. I got Matt Butler back in the house. Matt, dude, this has been an epic little journey of some really, really good conversation. And I just really hope that between your network and my network, we can really expand and share this because these messages need to be shared. There's so many people that can benefit from what we're talking about today, and if anything, they're just little sound bites that are bite sized that people can benefit from. So thanks for doing this with me and for sharing your wisdom.
No, I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate all the discussion. I think it's a two-way road. I'm learning a lot from you, and hopefully you're learning some from me as well. And hopefully your listeners are learning from both of us. And that's part of the purpose of having this podcast is you're able to reach a larger net of audience to talk about these things. So love talking about them.
Yeah, it's something I'm super passionate about, and I know you are too. And so it's how do we try to bring scale to these things so we can touch more people. And it's about how do you drive impact, right? One of the guys that I'm connected with that mentors me, he talks a lot about impact, and I just absolutely think that is a great way to think about this. Is how do we drive impact in the communities that we're passionate about? So, um, thanks for being here to help drive impact. And
Yep. Thank you.
as we've talked through so much through this episode, and I know that one of the things that continuously is happening within the veteran community, and we talk a lot about the veteran community, and so I don't want people to be biased that that's all we care about, right? Well, no, that's not what this is. This is more about how do you take the rich learnings that we've had and demonstrate to the broader world that these leadership lessons transcend into business,
Hmm.
right? And so it doesn't
Yep.
matter if you're an accountant, you're just a finance person or a manager in finance, you're in marketing, you're whatever your discipline is. All of these things are relatable to all these different industries,
Right.
and that's what this is trying to demonstrate, that these leadership lessons are transferable. And that's what I'm hoping the inspiration comes from it. And then if you're not the person that wants to wear a brand of someone else's, go wear your own brand.
Right.
Create your own.
Yep.
And that's what Matt's an expert in. He's an expert in teaching people how to create their own brands. And it's rad. And he's taught a ton of people of how to wear and fly their own banner. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit right now. Matt, as you
Yep.
transitioned out, and you 5 years ago you retired, and before that you started your own business. As you were getting ready to transition out into the civilian world, you straddled the, I call it the gate, right? You straddled the gate, and then you jumped
Hmm.
out and you started your own business. Um, that what advice would you give people, and how has it evolved from when you left 5 years ago to now? So what would be the advice you give people that are looking to make that transition, or that are in working for a banner today that
Right.
isn't maybe their own, and they want to create their own?
No, it's a great question. I appreciate that. I'm going to focus a lot on business ownership and entrepreneurship in regards to this answer. Um, when I first started, a little over 10 years ago, when I started a business, there were very few resources available for people at the time to help me out. I don't really have any background in business whatsoever. I've got an undergraduate in physics. I've got a couple masters that are in other technical degrees. So I don't have a business degree. So that shouldn't hinder anyone from learning business themselves because there are so many free resources that are out there. Um, at the time, they have the SBA has been around for a long time. So their website, sba.gov, they've got templates for profit and loss statements, business plans, business planning canvases, Um, they've got all sorts of resources on marketing at whatever different stages you are with starting a business. So that's great. That's been out there for a long time. Then they have what's called small business development centers that are located all throughout the United States. They're there to help you along with your business planning. If you're trying to explore who your market is, if you're in need of a small business loan, they can help you with filling out those forms and such. There's another organization which I really enjoy. I've used for years is called SCORE, and it's score.org. And these are mentors around, probably around the world. I know definitely in the U.S. that are wanting to mentor other people. It's a free resource for people to get mentorship, and they connect up. You have to fill out some forms to say what you're looking to get mentorship in. Is it accounting? You want to start an accounting firm? Do you want to start a logistics firm? Do you want to start sporting goods and manufacture? Whatever it is, they've got thousands of people that are there. So again, free resource that's out there. um, and all of these have newsletters to sign up for. I would sign up for them. They're free. They're not trying to sell you anything. They're just trying to sell you education. Not even sell you, they're trying to give you education. It's free for you. But if I want to focus more on, like myself as a veteran or a military spouse, there's a lot of great organizations that are out there. You've got the Institute of Veterans and Military Families. It's in Syracuse. They've got all sorts of free educational programs like Boots to Business, another one called EBV, which is a 9-day boot camp at various universities. If you get selected for that program, they'll pay for your travel, they'll pay for your hotel, they'll pay for your food, and they give you education. It's a phenomenal program that's out there. Um, we also have Bunker Labs, which is a great nonprofit. It gets veterans and spouses together in different cities and locations around the world. They have an online learning platform, and it's just a great ecosphere to be a part of. If you need motivation or assistance or networking, they're a great asset. Warrior Rising is another wonderful program that's a nonprofit that is wanting to help aspiring veterans and spouses through a 6-week course online through video. So you're getting instruction through somebody. That's another wonderful course. And they have a business shower where you have the ability to pitch for grant money, which is great. We have Patriot Boot Camp, which was recently purchased by DAV. It's another online educational source. So you can see I'm talking about all these different free and educational things that are out there. So anyone inspiring to start a business or better themselves, you've got all these free resources. So that's what I want people to know about. Taking a look at some notes here as well. Rosie Network is based in California. It's another great one. Another new entity that came out in the past several years are called Veteran Business Outreach Centers, VBOX. They were located in about a couple dozen different states. I think they just got a contract to add in another 11 or 12 locations. I've got one near me. I'm in Destin, Florida, the panhandle of Florida. We've got one in Panama City, Florida. And so it's a location. You can look up their websites, you can email them, but if you're located near them, you can stop in and see them. They'll help you with business planning. They'll help you find and study your demographics, help you with business loans, business planning, whatever phase of business you're in. And those are free for veterans and spouses. So, again, another free source for people to reach out to and help support you in your journey to starting a business. Because you know what? It's challenging. A lot of time goes into it. You pour a bunch of money into it. And so I want other people to know that all of these sources are out there. And maybe if you're listening and you're wanting to start a business, know that you have these support structures out there. And maybe you start a business while you're working for somebody else until you bring that business to a position, an expansion, financial, um, that you feel comfortable maybe departing that other business you're working with. I think that that's very smart to do, to not have all your eggs in one basket, and build something on the side, a side business, a side gig. That's important to do. But know these are out there, and if you know somebody that is wanting to start a business, pass these on. So share this with other people.
Man, I I'm I'm gonna have to get an email from you so I can post all those. Like I was gonna start writing them down, and then I'm like, no. What we're gonna do for the listeners is we're gonna post each and every one of these from Matt, because we want to make sure that you get them, and we're going to put them in the links to these things, because I think it's important to share that knowledge, centralize it in a way that is accessible. Matt, I was thinking as you were talking on my website. So I have a website, leaderslead.life. Um, I'm gonna create a central spot for this, like veterans resources or something. You and I will
Yeah,
collaborate
yeah,
on what that looks like, and we're gonna build it out, because that's what this is all about. Of like, hey, key links for people or something. I'd love your help for that. Um, just as a way to like drive people to these things, because I know that I found it challenging myself to like, where do you go for all these things, because it's so fragmented. And how do we make this a hub for, as we learn about these new things, we could point them to like, hey, here's a shop that you can just go. "Whoop." That would be pretty cool, to have a central spot, and they can come here and learn all these really cool leadership advice, tips, and lessons from rad dudes like you.
I appreciate it. There's so many that are out there, and another one, Cortez. I didn't mean to keep you off, but Military Influencer Conference is an awesome, incredible networking venue that's going on in Las Vegas, Veterans Day weekend. And so there's just so many resources out there. I'm sure, Zach, you've got some that I may not even know of, and I love to learn new ones. And yeah, I'll help you with that page. We'll get that assembled so people have a one-stop shop for finding all these free resources to help them out.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and I think what we can do there too also is, I know there's a lot of county veteran services,
Yep.
right? And in January, I needed to leverage and lean on my veteran service organization, and I was finding stuff they didn't even know about. And like, so if my county veteran service organization didn't know about it, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of county
Oh yeah.
across the nation don't know. And so
Yep.
how do we as a group lift that resource up and make it so like they can help serve the ones that don't know about it also. And like that's where the power of the network comes in. And we can spread the word, and
Yep.
little by little we help lift everyone up.
Most
That
definitely. I love it.
that's what it's about for me, is together we all win. And there's a way to have that go out in like the VFW newsletter, the American Legion letter, the VA newsletter.
Yep.
There's a way to help spread that word of, hey, here's a centralized spot or whatever we want to do. But I believe in the impossible. I believe in doing big things, and there's no one stopping us but us. So Matt, Um, dude, you're an awesome guy. You're doing great things. I'm so proud of what you're doing and where your passions lie, and what you're doing to drive the community. It's leaders like you that make this better for the next generation, and um, that inspires me to want to do more. And I just want to say thank you for that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you creating this platform. It's a big deal. It's a lot of work, and I know a lot of people are getting value out of it. So any contribution I can give, I appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, Matt, what can we do to continue to lift you up? I know you've had a little bit of a different message on each episode. Um, what's your message on this, on number 4?
This one is really easy. I probably left out a couple organizations and entities that are out there, and so help me and Zach with emailing Zach through the website. Find us on LinkedIn and say you left off this organization because Zach is 100% right. There are county and state. We have one in Florida veterans that I'm aware of here. We've got one for Texas. There are so many things out there. um, Please uh, email us, message us, let us know what else we are missing to as we build this website out on Zach's website. That's my ask.
Awesome. Hey everybody, you heard it from Matt. Let's spread the word. Let's consolidate it. Let's create a simplified approach for this for everybody. We're gonna do it. Um, that's our commitment to the community. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. That was episode 4 out of episode 5. Matt Butler. He's moving mountains here. Super proud of him. Thanks for being here, Matt. We're
Thanks,
back
Zach.
for an, episode 5 soon.